Oh, class plan. Okay, so the very first pose we will do will be on top of all of this. So I have the bolster and then I have 2 pillows. So this is the forward fold, or also they call it caterpillar. So we're gonna bring the legs on either side. And then maybe bend the knees as well here. And if you're bending the knees, maybe you're also opening the knees to the side. So there's lots of options. Legs can either be straight or opened up a little bit, and then maybe the knees are bent as well. And then from here, you're gonna find that long spine. So you're gonna reach all the way up, create space between the vertebrae. And then when you're ready, you're gonna fold forward. Oh man, this mic is gonna be an issue. Okay, and then once you fold, you can decide if you want to bring the face down, or just the left cheek, or just the right cheek. I'm gonna pick the left cheek, so this will face you. And then once you're here, you can feel into the legs. So if this is uncomfortable, play with where the legs are. Maybe the legs are even straight in front of you, and then everything is going on top of the legs. So that for me is comfortable here. And then if this is not enough support, then you can also add more height here with the pillows. So just picking whatever position works for you. And then another option is also to make the legs really wide and then go forward. So, and once you stay there for a few seconds, you'll feel what feels best for you, whether legs super long or whether the legs need to be close together. And so then just picking one position that feels good. And then we'll start with taking one big inhale through the nose. And you're gonna exhale through the mouth. One more like that, through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And a third one. Nose in, out the mouth. So what we're looking for here is just finding what feels good. So I'm noticing my hamstrings. I'm feeling kind of tight, so I'm gonna actually separate the feet. And then you can round the spine. The spine doesn't need to be straight. And we'll start releasing. We'll start from the top of the head. So feel into the top of the head. Find any sensation there. And then imagine that that space from the top of the head is melting through the rest of the skull and through the face. So you're just spreading awareness from top of the head to the rest of the skull, and then also softening through the face. So softening the forehead, softening the eyebrows, and softening the eyelids, and feeling into the softness of the cheeks. Then feeling into the lower jaw. The Relaxing the lower jaw. And feel into the throat, and softening the throat. And then letting the shoulders round forward. And softening the arms, so really feeling into the weight of the arms. Maybe now feeling the palms touching the floor. Bring your awareness into the palms. What kind of sensation is there? Is it rough? Is it soft? Is it warm? Is it cold? And then bringing attention to the chest, really softening the space around the chest, the heart. And then if you notice at this point you want to switch the gaze to the other side, to switch the neck, feel free to do that. If you're noticing the neck is getting cramped here. Then allowing that softness from the chest to move down towards the belly. And releasing the belly, not holding the belly anymore. And then letting that softness from the belly spread all the way into the hips, into the right hip and into the left hip. And feeling into the backs of the legs, letting the hamstrings get more space, feeling into the space underneath the knee. And if it's feeling too much under the knee, then maybe bending the knee a bit more. Maybe even placing something underneath the knee. And really coming to the space where you can let go all the body parts. So soften as much as you can into the floor and into the support. Let go, holding on to the muscles. And if you're ready to come out, the next inhale will start bringing your heart up. Take your time coming out. And then we'll take one of the pillows and just place it behind you. That's where the head will go. And take the other ones, put them aside for now. And so this next one is a bit of a counter pose. You're gonna lay flat and bring that pillow for under the head so you have that support. Keep the knees bent, and you're gonna separate the feet wide. So maybe the width of the mat, maybe even wider than the mat. Just feel into what width you need for your body today. And then we're gonna bring the knees in together. So you're gonna collapse the knees in and rest the palms on the body. So wherever they need to land, maybe on the belly, maybe on the lower belly, maybe on the heart, maybe on the ribs, whatever feels comfortable here. And if you have an eye mask, this would be perfect to put an eye mask on the face. So first we're gonna work with where do the palms need to go. So you're gonna try bringing the palms first to the lower belly. Feel into the body. Is that the right space for them or not? Or wait for the body to give you a cue, yes or no. Then you're gonna bring the palms to the middle of the torso, the middle belly, around the belly button. Keep the arms there and palms there for a second. And then wait for the body to respond with a yes or no. Or maybe it's neutral. And then also try the palms closer to the heart. And just try these 3 different things. You will know where the palms need to be, where they feel the most needed and useful right now. So we're gonna stay in that space. So I think for me it's the heart, where the palms need to be. So keeping the palms there, we're gonna start melting the body away. So we're gonna start with the head one more time, so making the head heavy. Maybe that means saying no with the head. And just really releasing the neck by saying no. And then finding a space for the head to rest. And come to stillness. And then we're going to rest the entire face, so soften again from the forehead into the eyebrows, into the eyelids. Soften into the cheeks, and then soften into the lower jaw. And then notice where the tongue is resting. Usually the tongue is resting in the upper palate. And then you're going to swallow one time. And then release the lower jaw. So maybe that means opening the jaw a tiny bit. And then letting that softness from the jaw spread into the throat, into the shoulders. Let the shoulder blades melt into the floor. letting the arms be heavy. And then let the belly relax as well. Let the belly sink all the way into the spine. And because there's a natural curve in the lower back, the low back is probably not touching the floor, and that's okay. I'm going to move into the glutes, so bring the mind into the glutes, really with intention, try to make the pelvis heavier. Let the glutes melt into the floor. So let the gravity take the pelvis closer and closer to the ground. And then the rest of the legs are heavy. Maybe now at this point, we're going to separate the knees and bring the feet together. So butterfly or Baddha Konasana. And then opening the knees. Keeping the feet together. So for this one, it's super useful to have a pillow under each thigh, under each knee. So if you have a pillow, bring it under here to really support the thigh on either side. So now we're going to work with opening the hips, relaxing into this pose. So the same principles apply here. We're trying to make the body as heavy as possible. Relaxing all the muscles that don't need to hold you up. Because you have that support under the thighs, you don't even need to pull the thighs up. You can just really relax the legs into the pillows. And if something arises in the body, just allowing it to arise for you, and just taking note of it. So being in this relaxed space, you're just observing what's coming up for you, if anything's coming up. Resting the feet, resting the heels. really just trying to surrender the body into the floor. And then again, you can check in with time back into your face, into the throat, into the shoulders. Is the face still soft? Is the throat still soft? Are the shoulders still relaxed into the ground? And then if you're ready to slowly start coming out of here, you're going to use your palms to bring those thighs together. And just for a moment, we're going to collapse the knees in one more time. So knees are collapsed, touching each other. And then the feet are wide apart. And then feel into the low back. Maybe you need to tuck the pelvis under to bring the back of the pelvis flat on the ground. So this is just a quick counter pose to Baddha Konasana. And again, just a few moments to melt the body before we move into the next pose. So the next pose is the banana shape. So we're going to bring the legs long on the floor. And you're going to bring the arms up overhead. And then this pillow under your head, you can keep it or you can lose it, whatever feels better for you. So we'll start with the banana on the right side. So you're going to walk the heels to the right, walk, 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 as far right as they go. And then walk the hands to the right. So you have a compression on the right side and an expansion on the left side. And then this is up to you if you want to go a little deeper, then your left ankle is going to go on top of the right ankle. This is just an option, you don't have to do that at all. And then with the palms, maybe your right hand can hold the left wrist, if that feels good. So we're activating the meridian on the left side body here. And trying to melt into the floor. So the meridian is this ley line in the body along which the prana, the energy, the ki moves. along the body and activating the meridian. We're releasing the blockages in the meridian and letting the energy flow freely here. And so once you get to a position that's comfortable, try to melt the body away to the ground one more time. I'm going to do less talking now as we go forward, so that you have stillness and space and quiet to really start listening to your own body. And then if with time you notice that, oh, I'm a little too far, maybe I don't need to have that left ankle on top of the right, you know, always scale back. And then if you're ready, you'll slowly start thinking of coming back to the center. So keeping the eyes closed, keeping the attention inwards. So bringing the feet back to the center line first. And then rest there for one moment. And then start bringing the arms back to the center line. You can still keep the arms overhead, or maybe bring the arms down. And staying there for one moment. And then when you're ready, we'll go for the other side. So the feet will start walking to the left. And the arms overhead, moving to the left. So here you have compression on the left, expansion on the right. And again, maybe bringing that right ankle on top of the left, and maybe holding the right wrist with the left palm. And again, finding what feels good here, finding the space that is comfortable. You're feeling just a little bit of expansion on the right side. Resting the breath as well as the body. So we're trying to extend the exhales, making the exhales longer than the inhales. And scan the body from top to bottom and see where you can release some more. Where are you still holding or squeezing or tightening? Where is there still tension? And exhale and soften that area. Really try to release the holding pattern. if you're ready to start moving out of this pose, we're going to walk the feet, the legs back to midline. And keep the attention inward, keep the eyes closed. Stay here for a moment and start bringing the arms back to the center. Just feeling for a moment what it feels like to be right in the middle. And then bending the knees one at a time. You're gonna grab your right knee and then exhale, bring the right knee all the way into the right chest, right armpit. And then release and switch, go for the left knee. So on an exhale, exhale, bring the knee in. And then switch for the right one. Exhale, right knee goes in. And then alternating back and forth. Back to the left one, exhale, knee into chest. And release. In. And then go at your own pace, at a pace that feels gentle. And maybe lingering on one side more than the other. And then we're going to grab both knees and hug them in. Maybe roll left to right. And then maybe holding behind the knees. Maybe around the calves, around the ankles. Maybe outside of the feet. Stay here for a few moments and also maybe rolling left to right if that feels good. And then slowly, slowly, you're going to release the feet and bring that other pillow that you have a little closer. I'm going to use this, so we're going to go for a twist. So you're going to bring the pillow between the knees, between the legs. Bring the legs up 90 degrees and the knees. The arms are going to still rest in the T. And then you're going to scoot the bum a little bit to the left and bring the knees to the right. So you have this support between the knees. And then maybe your left shoulder is not touching the floor, and that's okay. Maybe being in a T for the arms is too much, so then you can bring the arms, cactus arms, and bend them at the elbows. I'm just coming for this gentle twist, melting the body into the floor. And again, noticing any patterns of holding. So maybe with time, it comes into your awareness where the body is holding onto something. And then also at some point, if you notice being in this twist is really not comfortable and kind of holding onto the body more than you need to, then you can always just come onto your right side, onto the right shoulder. Just lay on the side, so it doesn't need to be a twist. The nervous system needs to be calm. That's the main thing. If you're ready to switch to the other side, I'm going to come back onto the back first, back to the midline. Stay here for one moment. Keep the pillow between the knees. So recalibrate and bring the spine back in neutral. And then, if you're ready, I'm going to bring the bum a little bit to the right, then drop the knees to the left. If you're going for the twist, then you can open up that right palm, or bring the right palm into cactus arms with the bent elbow. Maybe even you have a pillow underneath the right elbow and the right arm. Again, just finding a pose that works for you, and maybe it's your arms on top of the body. And again, scan the body, top to bottom. Notice any points of tension or muscles holding tightly. The entire body should be melting into the floor in this state of surrender. And then again, notice, is this twist working for me? What signals am I getting from the body that it's working or not working? And if it's not working, come on to your left side, left shoulder. Just stay on the left side. And taking one last deep inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. We'll start moving into final resting pose. So bring the knees pointing up to the ceiling. You can keep that pillow still under the head. And keep the pillow that you have between the knees. So I'm going to fold this pillow and bring it under the knees so that my knees are elevated. And then with your feet, you're just going to extend the legs and then relax and just see where they land naturally. So heels are touching, toes are probably opening up. Knees are elevated, keeping that low back flat on the floor. And then take up space with the arms. Or maybe it feels better to have the palms back on the body. And then we'll do one last adjustment. That pillow that you have under the skull, under the head, I'm just going to pull it out slightly so that the chin tucks in and so that the back of the head is more flat on the pillow. So I'm going to do it again. So I actually bring it a little closer to my back, and then I have the space to pull it out. Pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. And then as you're pulling it out, the chin tucks in naturally. Back of the head is more flat now. And so we're here in this final pose so that the body can absorb the benefits of the practice. We'll start with relaxing the face, so softening the lids one more time, softening the forehead, softening the cheeks, softening the jaw. Even opening the jaw slightly, let it stay relaxed. The upper back is melting into the ground. The space around the heart is softening. It's heavy here, melting into the ground. The legs are heavy. And then starting to take bigger inhales through the nose, deep into the belly, and waking up the feet slowly. So maybe moving the toes, moving the ankles in one direction, moving the ankles in the opposite direction. And bringing tiny movements into the fingers and wrists. And maybe reversing the direction of the wrists. And then we're going to take our time to come up to verticality. So we're just going to keep the eyes closed, keep the attention on the inner state, and just roll onto your right side. I'll keep that pillow between the knees. And staying in this position a few more minutes, just preparing the body to get back up to verticality when it's ready. And if and when you're ready, you can press that left palm into the floor. Start coming back up to verticality. And take away this pillow. Oh. Just check in with your body, how you're feeling, maybe palms again on the heart, maybe on the belly. If you touch that point of stillness in your being, just really remembering that state, what it feels like, and that you can self-generate that state, that you can bring that state about yourself at any point in your day when